Here we go. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Can You Blame Me podcast live. I am your host, Raphael. And just in case y'all new to the show, Can You Blame Me podcast is a podcast we speak on hip hop culture, entrepreneurship, everyday life challenges, and I have friends and family on this show. And today we got a very interesting episode, a very highly anticipated episode. But before we get into it, we gonna get into the intro, y'all. Can You Blame Me podcast, man? We here, man. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Y'all. We back. I got a special treat for y'all. I got a belated Mother's Day gift for y'all. I got a belated Christmas present for y'all. Whatever holiday y'all want to make up, I got a treat for y'all tonight, man. We got an all-star panel in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got 5 strong personalities in the room, in each of their own right. So, man, we're going to get into it. Let's start off by everybody introducing themselves. We'll go, I guess, starting with my boy Royce, man. Let's just start introducing ourselves, man.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's Royce Massengill, aka Royce the Voice, Orange Click, Orange Leader. Shout out to K-Team, Speak Your Thoughts, Lose Your Mind. I am the creator and CEO of the Royce's Rant, RoycesRant podcast, man. Been going on for about 3 years now. We're in our 5th season. We discuss everything, social, political, taboo topics. We have fun, man. We really get deep in the conversation. And, man, I'm just glad to be back here on the second time, man. Coming straight from Tullahoma, Tennessee. And we here.
We here, man. We here. Yes, indeed. Next, we got Mr. Random Joe in the building, the controversial random. Y'all don't know about him, but y'all gonna learn about him. But I don't know what type of
I listen to him
already. I've been here through a content creator podcast platform, man, and I appreciate you for joining us.
No problem, man.
Introduce yourself, man.
I'm Random Joe with the Opinion Average Rose podcast. Out here in Dallas, Texas. We on all podcasting platforms, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Pandora, etc. I also have a YouTube channel that's separate from the podcast. Opinion Average Rose, of course. We do live streaming and we do skits. We on 3 skits in right now. Check it out, whatever on YouTube, Opinion Average Rose. I am controversial, but I'm always respectful. So let's have a good time.
That's right. We have a good time, man. Next, we got Nikki in the building. Miss Sit Toys herself. Selling her food products, man. Nikki.
What's going on? What's happening, everybody? I am Nikki, aka Nick Peters, owner of Pure Romance by Nick Peters and Nick Peters Culinary Services. So food and sex, that's what I do. That is what I do.
Okay, Nikki.
That's right. So y'all want some food and sex, y'all know who to go. After party.
Did she say food and sex?
Food and sex. I'm a chef and I sell sex toys. What's happening? Healthy sexual relationships with yourself and your partner. What's going on?
Little Netflix and little Netflix and rolls.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Hey, next we got Nia in the building, man. The one and only, the queen herself. Nia, introduce yourself.
I am Linnea West. I am the owner of Shy Unique Finds Jewelry. I am your Chicago Waist Beads plug. I am also the co-host of State Emergency Vlogcast, which is a lifestyle vlog. We are going to be doing music events and brunches in the Chicagoland area, as well as 50 million pop-up shops. I am also the co-host of 2 East podcast. And I'm happy to be back this time.
We're happy to have you back. The platform is happy to have you back, man. And last but not least, I gotta do that so you won't feel out of it.
I know, right?
Yeah,
all right, my name is Jamie, and I'm the owner of Jay's Butter. I have several different businesses under that platform. So if you just go to jaysbutter.com, then you'll find out. And I kind of have like a vlog, but that's about it. So that's it. That's all. It keeps it simple. Oh, and I'm ready for this hostile live environment.
We not gonna be hostile tonight.
So look, all right, man. So we gonna get straight into it, y'all. We gonna start off like this. I was practicing on these little tools they gave me, so I hope I act like I know what I'm doing. So we gonna play this clip from the last episode. You know what I'm saying? And we want y'all to kind of get your input about it. And you know, pretty much this is how this conversation got started right here. Let's see if I can add this to the. All right, here we go. I'm doing that right. All right, let's see here. And we're gonna play this clip. Y'all give me 1 second. All right.
Attitude. Yeah. What's your age, dress size? I'm a woman. I ain't got to tell my age. All right, this ain't part of it. This is part of the show. This is my platform. If you didn't want to do that, like, what it is. For men, we ain't got a problem telling our size, how much we weigh. You know, honestly, we don't care if we look good or not. Like, we're just men. I mean, you got the pretty boys out there, but, you know, that's not really our main thing. Women are more up on the accessories and how they look. You know what I'm saying? And we can go back to the Lizzo thing. Lizzo wants a man to accept her for who she is, right? Well, who is she? Who is she? Let's just keep it real. And let's just keep it honest, man. Men and women are only attracted to what they like. I know a woman, any of you women, don't want no 400-pound man. Just sloppy. I know you don't want it. Somebody does?
Somebody does.
I'm asking you. Let's pause. Hold on. Okay. In general, I'm just saying, like, let's look at it. Everybody's attracted to somebody, right? Cool. But let's be realistic that your average man that has an average build, let's just say an athletic man, you know what I'm saying? A decent man is athletic, built nice. He's not going to want a bigger woman. Naturally, he's not going to want that.
How do you speak for someone else, though?
No, I'm speaking from my experience. One for me, and then two.
All right. Y'all heard the man.
What you done got me into, man?
Did I say
y'all heard the man?
I'm still looking at you drinking that water like, oh God, he's about to say it. And I was
like, got me into?
Oh Lord Jesus, no. Like, yeah.
Hey, y'all heard him. You know what I'm saying? Royce, you still stand by that today?
To this day. To this day.
I respect that.
So explain, you know, for the people who weren't able to catch the last episode, you know what I mean, the context, what you said, because you know I don't want to speak for you.
Yes, I'm definitely all about explaining the context. So if I were to, I can't like butter it up. I'm just going, you know what I'm saying, make the roll harder. To be honest, I still kind of stick with it. And I know sometimes when we get in these type of conversations, we can be subjective and we can be general when we want to. We kind of pick and choose that. So I'm trying to stick. I was really trying to stick to the general thing, and based off of my experience, not just with myself, but you know what I'm saying. Look, I done been to college. You know what I'm saying. I done pledged and all that. You know what I'm saying. So I've been in that percentage of guys that you know have visuals. Like men are visual. Like before you even talk to a woman, you see what they look like. And so in my experience, I've never had any friends, but with the exception of one. And I'm gonna keep this real too, and this will be the fire starter here. But I've had friends that we'll be walking, we'll be chilling, and we'll see some girls come through, and a few of those girls are probably not our type. A lot of them are overweight, and we never give them a second look. Like we never turn our necks or anything like that. We'll turn our necks on you know the thick ones or the slim thick ones or something. You know we kind of mix and match too with guys too. We do a little mixing and matching. We can deal with this if you ain't got that, and we can deal with that if you got this. You know what I mean? It's a little even thing going on. But I still stand by it. You know, I know that there are some men that are my size or even smaller that would date bigger women, but I don't believe that that's the majority. I don't believe there are head turners who will turn their head for a woman that's bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of stand by that, to be honest. The only person that's ever done that, I had one guy, it's a real talk. He was a bigger guy, you know what I'm saying? We were in college or whatnot, and there was this bigger girl who wanted me, you know what I'm saying? But like, I just wasn't attracted to that. I just wasn't. That's just what it was. I wasn't attracted to it. But my homeboy, who was just as big as she was, oh man, hey bro, you gonna let me hit that? I'm like, okay, that might be you. That might be you, but it's not me. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, and it just kind of goes back to last week. But my girl Nia said, she was like, "Well, dudes be in my inbox and stuff, that are smaller than me." I'm like, "Well, I mean, okay, I mean that's subjective or whatnot, but in general, to be honest, a lot of men of which I describe are not looking that way, and that's just being honest on the real. And that's all.
Okay.
I just stand on that.
Okay, so before y'all rebuttal,
I just got one question.
Okay, let me let, because Random Joe, he's new to the platform. So before you ask your question, let me get his stance first, where he stand in the conversation before we kind of give the dialogue. So Joe, how do you feel about what he said?
I understand everything you said, and I agree with pretty much all of it, but in like a different way. But everybody got that. Like for me, you got different levels of big. First of all, like if you got a woman, leash, this is like he's right. Most guys don't want a bigger woman, but I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like Jill Scott. Even, and it's kind of like with guys.
I mean, do you like Jill Scott, or do you like the way that she did that mic?
No, like I mess around with Jill Scott. This is the thing: if you're bigger, but you still got a feminine shape, you gotta still be shaped like a woman. You can't be like 600-pound life, like a bundle of clothes. Like a double wide refrigerator. If you still got curves and hips and stuff, then you got a chance. But still, like he said, a man would still prefer someone in shape. But a woman that has a feminine shape is still in the ballpark for most guys. But that comes with a caveat, though. It's just like how y'all do us. Like, if a man feel they gotta settle or mess with something that's not their number one choice, like a bigger woman might not be his number one choice, but he's not disgusted by it. And if she's cute and fun, he's still a mess with her. But the thing is, if he gotta like mess with something that's not his number one choice, she's gonna have to have more of something else, kind of like y'all do us. Like if I don't look as good as you want, I better have more money. If I'm not as tall as you want, I better have more of something else. So if you're not as fit as I want, you better have more of something else. So if you're not as fit as I want, you got to be freakier, extra freaky. You got to be extra nice, and you can't give me no difficulty. Like if I go, like I'm 173 pounds. If I go for a girl certain size, and she can't be playing the like keep the coochie away game. Like she got to give it to me pretty like at a decent speed. She can't make me wait as long as Megan Good. I'm just saying. Okay. Just like she can't make. Just like I can't stun on her like Michael B. Jordan. The same way I can't flex on her like Michael B. Jordan. She can't flex on me like Megan Good. So. What? Lord. That's our view on it. Like based on your attractiveness, you gotta give and receive and work and work with what you're working with.
So all right, so Joe, let Lania had a question. Nia, go ahead, take off.
I'm so thrown back. Royce, the first thing that you said that caught me is I pledged too.
Okay.
So Black Greek life, I already know how that is. I'm 11 years in the game.
I'm 20.
Been plus size the whole time. What are you, if you don't mind sharing?
A5.
Okay, I'm an SG row.
It's
my centennial year.
What it do?
And I know plenty of alphas in the Midwest, rather. That like a little something extra, but just I'm like, you pledge. What they got to do with anything with attraction levels?
What I mean was, it's just the level of guys. You know what I'm saying? Like whom? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. Because you brought up something cool. A lot of the dudes will have sex with the bigger girls because they're easier, not because they're attractive. If I'm just being real.
Just got guys mess with dudes because they give away money easier. Michael B. Jordan ain't gonna give you money as quick as just a busted guy. The busted guy take you out and buy you dates and buy you stuff. The Michael B. Jordan, like, you gonna come over and get this dick or what? So based on level of attractiveness, the more you can stunt in front. And if you 60 pounds heavier than me and you cool, but you can't play. The more attractive you are, the more bullshit people take from you. That's just the nature of the world in the game.
Let me take off real quick, Random. Let me
No. Fix all this. All of it. First and foremost, I don't know if it's because I'm thinking Greek life. I don't know if it's a Southern thing, anything like that. But I would not say that plus size women, or I'm going to use what the title of this is, BBWs, are necessarily easier. I think women who are easier, that's a confidence issue. That's a attention seeking issue. That's a I want to be liked and accepted issue. You see that of women of all sizes. When I think of women in my life, I know that they're actually the somewhat smaller girls doing that. So for me and my kind that I know from my experience, I'm actually going to approach it a little bit different because one, I don't want to have a body count. It's nasty out here. Two, I think I got something special. So I'm not going to be freaky deaky with everybody every time Dick and Harry in the bed, because if he doing that with everybody, it's something wrong with him. Secondly, ain't nobody out here finna settle. You don't need to get a bigger girl with all these other extra qualities that can't tell you no as often as Megan Good can, who can't be like, I'm not going to be that freaky, because why are you settling? It has to be something wrong with you to settle for a woman that you're not attracted to and doesn't come equipped with the capabilities and the qualities that you're looking for.
You got a point on one of those. And I'll let everybody else talk too.
It's to get the easy rocks off. I wouldn't settle to date, but I'll settle to smash.
What?
Then there's still something wrong with you.
Say that again, Joe. Say that again.
So let me let Jamie and Nikki go first.
Okay, go.
No, I'll let Nikki go because she ready.
All right, Nikki, what you want to say, man?
That thing said built like a double wide refrigerator, sir. Oh my Lord Jesus, really? Like she said, that thing is a confidence thing, baby. And it's some chicks who are a lot smaller than me who got a smaller self-esteem than them. So what you talking about, baby? What you talking? I'm with the double wide refrigerator though, bro. You ain't. Ooh, shit. But y'all funny. Y'all funny on today. Like she said, y'all will settle to just smash anybody just to fuck, just to get your rocks off. We can cuss, right? I'm sorry. I'm saying
Yeah. You can
it's a very low bar to get dick from a man. A very low bar.
It really is. Y'all are easy. Y'all are easy.
It's a high bar to get a relationship.
Real shit. Real shit.
Get a relationship, but it's a low bar for smashing. That's what women need to realize.
That's the only thing you said I will agree with.
Okay, I can co-sign that. I can co-sign that because what occurred was I heard Royce's clip and we kind of had a little back and forth on the post that he posted that on IG. So it's like, who the easy one? Is it y'all or the women? Because I mean, I'm just saying, because the thick chicks I know, who the big girls I know, no, we ain't got no low self-esteem. We out here thriving like hell. Getting
they're married.
So all sides, it doesn't matter. So I'm trying to figure out where y'all was coming from. That somebody of whatever stature ain't checking for me. I can only speak for me and my girls in the conversation that we had. And
I agree. There's a lot of bigger girls that's not easy. It's just the thing is, if you're a certain kind of guy, if you're gonna chase and put energy, you're gonna do it. If you gotta chase two girls, one's Megan Good and one's Refrigerator Prairie, but you gotta chase both.
No way.
I'm just saying, you gotta put the same energy in chasing equally. You're gonna choose the Megan Good. And that's the thing. Like I know a lot of big girls with self-respect, but certain guys, like, if I gotta work, I'm gonna work for what? If you gotta work, you're gonna get what you want 100% if you gotta do in the work. If
so you gotta take 20%.
That's all I'm saying. So I'm not gonna work hard. I'm not gonna work for my first choice and second choice with the exact same intensity.
Wait, but here's where it doesn't make sense. You rather get 20% of a woman, right? Because that's Megan Good. She's 20%. She ain't a wife. And bypass the 80 when you could be like, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to the gym or do something. But you would rather get that 20% because it's what? Because it looks good, but you're going to be hungry. You're not going to get nurtured. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to pay for her nails, her toes, her weave, her nose. You feel me? Y'all sound ridiculous. It's just so irritating a little bit sometimes. Y'all just sound stupid.
See, we talking about two different
Smashing. He talking about
things. I'm talking
smashing.
about smashing.
Yeah,
You
but
talking
we're
about relationship. My
We're
smashing
talking
and
about all of it
relationship
in
disputes
general
are different.
because people start off smashing and end up in relationships, right or wrong.
But now now what you're doing is you're kind of leading and you're kind of I don't want to say assuming that the man
it's
is
a little
wanting
bit-
to pursue something deeper. He's talking about smashing.
I never started smashing into a relationship unless it was somebody that I knew I would have a relationship with anyway. Like you can start off smashing, but still know if it turned to that, I'll be in a relationship. Some people you can smash, but you already know relationship's not even an option.
Okay, well, let's do this. Let's go back to the original thing.
That's a conversation.
The thing was that 6-figure men don't want bigger women.
I was
right?
just about to get it. Yeah, just
Right?
Oh, we successful men.
Yeah, successful or 6-figure men don't want bigger women.
Unless they got a fetish for it.
And fetishes are very subjective.
All right.
So that was the question. So yes, I do agree because if we're reverting this to Kevin Samuels, rest in peace once again. You know what I'm saying? If we're reverting back to, I'm gonna have a reference to Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Like
The Godfather.
he was just being honest. The Godfather. Look, he was just being honest. At the end of the day, I think our problem is, I'm keeping it real, between men and women. You remember I talk about the accountability for one, but I think we're afraid to be truthful with ourselves. Because it seems like society has been like, I'm gonna go back to Lizzo. Like when I said about Lizzo, true. Is Lizzo overweight? Yes. Is she doing anything about it? I don't know. She's kind of confusing me with it because she'll be on this little diet for a minute, and then people, then all the bigger women start hating on her because she's trying to be healthy, and now she's going back to her regular thing. She's kind of crisscrossing. It's like, okay, that's why I said, who is she? You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe it's when it comes to attractiveness from a man who's taking care of his body, who's trying to make sure that he's straight. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real. Men, we do things for women too. What did Jay-Z say in Unfinished Business of R. Kelly? The power of the PUSSY. That's why brothers get haircuts and dress so fly. We do it for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? So we try to make that money. You know what I'm saying? Because the stigma is that we got to have that money to get y'all's attention. You know what I'm saying? We got to be stable financially, have something going with us. You know, we gotta have something going on.
Kevin told y'all, because I know broke dudes that have women.
I don't know any woman that wants to do something with herself and says, "Hey, I want a dude that ain't got nothing to do with himself, that ain't got nothing going for himself."
I know plenty of women that have dated on potential alone. Well, he didn't have nothing. So
I get that.
Lord,
I get that. But we're talking about
black women are angry because a lot of times we date on potential alone and y'all don't do nothing. So
we're talking about the attraction here, though. Like, I mean, it's when you think about a man that's trying to do everything, like we're talking about 6-figure men and high or whatever, high value men, however you want to call it. They're not going to look that way when we're talking about attractiveness, because men are visual.
How many anybody sees somebody skinny and dark skinned with a white woman that's big?
So many of them.
How many what?
And she built like refrigerator patty or whatever Joe said.
Yeah, do you know why though? You know why you see that? But do you know why you see that skinny black man with the fat white woman?
Is he rich though?
Pray tell, please.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they live right here in Tullahoma, Tennessee. I'm gonna keep it real, and Jamie can attest. Let me tell you something. A lot of these brothers to be getting these big white women, right? It's not because they want to go with them. It's because they want them taxes, and they know them white women gonna work, and that brother's always driving on the passenger seat of the car. He's being catered to. He don't love her. Come on, Nia. They don't love her. Why are black men with nasty white women? Because they're gonna put up with their shit. And I'm not trying to take up for the black man that's not doing nothing with his life because he needs to get something right in his life. Cool. I'm not taking up for him, but I'm saying he falls into the white lady's arms, who's big and fat, right? You know what I'm saying? Just overweight, sloppy, and she'll let the brother just walk around with nappy hair and not dressing right and smelling like Black and Milds and cigarettes and Newports, and he ain't even driving.
One word: hobosexual. Those guys are hobosexuals. Dudes that will sleep with somebody for a place to stay. A hobosexual, it's a lot of guys, black guys, that get with the fat white women that smoke. I ain't gonna say the word fat. That's the bigger white women that smoke Newports and shit. She got a couple of mixed kids. He fresh out of jail half the time. You know how I know that? 2 of my half brothers. They hobosexuals. They sleep with very unattractive girls for somewhere to lay their head. You got a lot of guys like that. You're not gonna see a 6-figure corporate black dude that go to the gym every day with a 6-pack and on his shit going to get with Fat Becky. No, at all. Unless you got a little sit twisted fetish. That's it.
So you said Fat Becky. Fat Becky got the come.
So y'all, it's about keeping it real, Nia. Come on.
No, I'm going to keep it real because I'm going to go back to something else. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to go back to this whole smashing thing. In order to smash somebody, there has to be some level of attraction because you have to have an erection, correct? You're not going to become erect for some woman who doesn't have something.
No, I'm gonna have to.
Well, man, she got a vagina.
Nah, they could be the.
So just because it's a vagina,
the idea of a vagina gets you hard when you're a man, especially had a couple.
So you just gonna look at something just to get your dick wet.
She got titties in the vagina, no matter how big.
Yeah, I mean, like that.
You can go buy that from the store, and it comes silicone or flashlight or something.
Girl, you get the feedback. You get the wop.
It don't feel the same. And I'm sorry. I mean, I know they don't have no. I'm telling you, the wind could blow. The little man go up. They be like, you know what? She right here. I can just go ahead and do this.
Especially in my 20s. I'm 43 now, so it's not like that. But in my 20s, I done slayed some dragons, some demons, some goblins. Call me Sir Lancelot. I done slayed it all. Goddamn it!
And all I hear from that is in your 20s. So whenever you stop doing that, it was something wrong within yourself.
No,
no, that's the male nature.
Man.
I mean, like you say, everything is subjective. Men come in all different shapes, sizes. But one of the things I always think about when people say, I wouldn't date a bigger woman can lose weight. Your dick can't get no bigger. Your face ain't gonna change.
That's nice. That's nice. I'm gonna let y'all have that one.
I don't begrudge women their preferences. Like I'm 5'7". I know plenty of women wouldn't want me, and I'm okay with that. I accept that. I don't even complain about it. I just fuck with people who fuck with me, and that's all everybody needs to do, and their life will be okay. Fuck with people who fuck with you, and you can never go wrong.
That's the second thing you said that I agree with. But I really want to understand, and I don't take it personal because I'm a bigger woman. I mean, I'm not looking for a man. I have a great one who is smaller than me. But my thing is we spend so much time talking about women's bodies. And one of the things I hate is when a man talks about a woman's body. Case in point, I'm a waist bead designer. I know a lot of plus size women say, I can't wear waist beads. I'm like, girl, is you crazy? Anybody can. It's a cultural thing. It has nothing to do with your size. Or so many women, and no disrespect to any woman who has enhancements, but I know a lot of women running to get certain enhancements to attract a man instead of saying, I want to feel more confident and secure in my body. It's a lot of this male rhetoric that's messing with the psyche of women and their confidence and self-esteem because they hear something like this and be like, oh, well, if I want a successful college-educated man with a good job, I got to be in this weight class. No, girl, be on your shit. Be a boss in your own life in every aspect. And a man and a boss in his own right is going to want you. Don't get that shallow ass man. Because that's what that is. It's shallow. If you're going to be with somebody and you're going to grow with them, looks are going to fade.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. Say it louder.
I got something for you, though.
Oh,
come on, Joe.
I got something for you.
Come on.
Women always like to say they hate when men talk about women's body. You hear that all the time. But as a man, I'm going to tell you, women talk about our body way more than we talk about y'all's. If anybody ever listen to Kevin Samuels, 90-some% of those women, if you ever watch Fresh and Fit, 99% of those women want a guy that's 6 foot and up. Yeah. And guess what? That's our body. That's literally our whole body. So whenever you say, if you ain't 6 feet, I can't fuck with you, you're talking about our body, literally our whole body. And the vast majority of women have height preferences, and that is our body. So y'all talk about our body way more than we talk about y'all, because the thing is, we are flexible. I like tall, short, skinny, thicker. I just say I like Jill Scott, Megan Good, and everything in between. But when you say 6 feet, there's no flexibility in 6 feet. And like you said, weight can be fixed, but height can't. And y'all discriminate on men about something that they cannot do nothing about. So which one is really worse?
And that's a good point. When you say height, you know what I'm saying? Height can't be fixed, right? Weight can. When you say weight can, check this out. I'm going to add to it. It's up to you to choose if you want to lose that weight.
That's
because
true.
it's up to you. It's up to you,
I can't
men
choose
and
those
women.
6 inches.
And
I
let's
just
just talk
can't.
about just being healthy
I've been
at the end
drinking
of
But
the
let me
day.
ask y'all, let me ask the ladies on the panel, let me ask the ladies, when it comes to that topic of weight and you know what I'm saying, your size, you've been comfortable with yourself. Are y'all genuinely comfortable with where you at right now as far as your weight, your size, and just overall, you know what I'm saying? Just your weight. Are y'all happy with yourself?
I can only speak for myself. I work on my weight for health reasons. Like I intend to have a child next year,
You know
and so
what?
I need to be in a healthy weight range for me to have that child.
I see
But even at this size, I enjoy hiking. Plus size woman that enjoys hiking and can do it. I enjoy nature walks. I adhere to a keto diet. But if I didn't need to make these changes to bring a healthy child in the world, I would be comfortable because I'm shapely. To me, I have a nice shape. And you know, Joe, earlier when you said a womanly figure, a feminine figure,
Yes. You
any
know how
shape
deep
or
you.
figure of a woman is feminine and womanly
You seen
because
600
she's
pound
a
life?
woman.
You seen 600-pound life?
I love Dr. Nalzardan.
That's a
I do.
bundle. That's not a womanly shape. That's a bundle of clothes sitting in the bed. Okay, that's a goddamn a walrus, a sea cow. That's a Jabba the Hutt.
I mean,
That's not a feminine shape. You can't look at that. The 600-pound women and the 600-pound men got the exact same body. So how's that a womanly shape? They built exactly the same.
Hold on, y'all. Let me read this comment real quick. Alexis said, I did agree with y'all. Men will say whatever in front of each other, but we will be all up on the big, beautiful women. Pretty much saying,
true. That's true.
y'all,
In the
Yes,
inbox.
you do.
we put
And I
on
bet you those type of the men are the ones that have the insecurities about themselves that they can't get any other woman. I've heard
I
those
know
conversations
my
too.
brother's on there.
There are a lot of dudes that be faking the funk around us, but at the end of the day, will be with some white girl.
Ugh.
I just talked about that today.
Let me make that clear. Random Joe is pro black loving.
But I do. Okay, so I'm gonna answer the question. What was the question again?
What was the statement?
Yeah, like what did you say?
He's not with
The
the
statement.
viewer.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
said,
Sorry.
she said men would say whatever in front of each other, but be all up on the big, beautiful women.
No. I'm talking about what Nia answered. You had to ask something, and then you said that you were gonna have the women answer first. What was
What
that?
was my response?
Yeah.
I'm like I said, per overall, and I've just recently lost almost 40 pounds because
Okay,
I got changed my diet and everything like that, but it was for health reasons. I've always liked my shape. I've been plus size my entire life. I've always thought I was pretty. There were certain moments I was mad because a certain outfit didn't necessarily look right or come in my size.
Well, first of
But
all,
I've never had any issues as far as wanting to be active in a certain sense. And when things did present themselves, I changed it. Okay, I'm too big for this. Let me eat better. Let me go work out. Let me go join a gym. Let me go get my friends to support me and we all have a healthier lifestyle because heart disease is one of the top killers of Black women. I want a healthy heart. But as far as how I look, I love me.
Okay. What about you, Jamie?
Okay, so I was not plus size, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger. So I've been what you call that, fun size? No,
Yeah.
I mean that's appropriate size.
Yeah.
I've been that. And then I did get bigger. And I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't like that. And I guess that's really because I wasn't used to being that size. Did I get used to it at one point and get comfortable and then end up with more confidence? Yes, I will say that. But now I'm on my thick fit journey. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep certain parts of the weight part and then get rid of the rest. So, I mean, I just want to be the size I want to be, but I don't want to be 135 again, though. Like hungry looking. I don't want to be that.
Hungry looking.
Okay. Nikki, what about you?
Well, I ain't never been skinny a day in my life. I've been plus all my life. And I am fine in the skin that I'm in. My number has fluctuated. I've been up and I've been down. I've recently dropped 60 pounds because of stress. Part of it all, but just getting better health. But all it did was just lost inches in certain places and accentuated that womanly figure that I already have. I've always had a small waist. I've never had a big gut. This, like he said, this overabundance, because I don't carry my weight in my stomach. I carry my weight on the lower half of me, in my hips, in my thighs, and in my ass. So I've never looked, my number doesn't look what you think it looks like, because I know some women who look bigger than me and they weigh less than me.
Right.
So when people throw numbers out, I know a dude who's 6'6" and he's 260 and he looks skinny. So the number really doesn't matter. It really is all about preference. And look, Nikki is fine in the skin that she in. If I'm losing weight, it's only because of a health purpose, because my doctor said that in order for you to do this, you need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never been for somebody's son. Never. If my weight loss has been because of me and my own personal choice, not because I wanted someone to pay attention to me. And that's something that I've always tried to instill in anybody who's paid attention to me, any young lady who's paid attention to me that's younger than me. Do it for yourself. And anybody, like, ain't nobody going to get a surgery. If chicks want to get surgeries to get a figure like mine, where my waist is, my hips fit, my ass fits my thighs. There's some chicks who getting BBLs and their body can't support it. You got this little bitty ass waist, you want that big ass booty, and your legs can't support none of the above. You look funny. So it's like I've always been cool in my body. I ain't gotta go lay on the table to get nothing.
So overall, collectively, all three of y'all disagree with the statement that in today's time, as of today, most men prefer slender, more petite built women. Y'all feel like big girls winning, like right now?
I do think big girls are winning. I know all of the ones I know are married, happily married.
Yes. When you look at women of other cultures, what are they going out there to get? Bigger butts, bigger breasts. They putting a little bit more weight on to appease and attract what? Black men that they think like thicker, fuller women. Mm-hmm. I think in our culture, we're the only ones telling us, I don't want that. And one of my favorite things people say all the time is, look at your mama. I'm pretty sure, when people like, you don't want to love us, but look at your mama.
My mama was never.
My mama still look good.
Yeah, my mama
still ain't.
My mama like
I don't know what you're talking about. Now you talking about auntie with the cooking arms? Okay.
The good cooking arms.
There's nothing wrong with a cooking arm.
Ain't nothing. That let you know what it is. It's about to go down.
I get paid to do it.
I get paid to do it. Yeah.
I know a lot of bigger girls that's married, but the question comes to, what's the quality of the dude they married to? Now, not saying he can love her and love her right, but physical appearance is important to some people. Like, is he like a Chad, or is he a Quasimodo?
No, these are they're actually legit. No.
Not only that, what does his pockets look like? Is he
I'm talking about men with jobs, really good jobs, and they're happily married to what you would call BBWs, and that is that. Like, are these guys that women want though? See, a man. Oh yeah.
Guys that
I ain't never had a man I didn't want.
No, that other women
didn't want me.
No, what you mean? Yes, they are.
Other women want. So other women wanted him, and then they married big girls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm gonna say this. Like big girls are some kind of plague or something like that. I felt some type of way when you said that, and they married big girls. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, who are you?
Honestly, I am not married, but I am in a relationship with a man who's highly intelligent, highly creative, 3 degrees to my 2. And we talk of one day we want to be married, and loves me at this size. Athletic man, play ball, all these different things. When we got together, it wasn't about my size or my looks. It was about my mindset. Can you raise my children? Can we build financial and generational wealth? What are your values? What are your morals? How are we going to invite God into this relationship? Yeah, I looked good to attract you, but what is going to sustain us? If I get in a car accident tomorrow and my face gets scarred, are you still going to be with me and love me because I no longer look like that woman you got with? Yeah, because the foundation of who I am is beautiful outside of my physical.
And I agree with you, and I understand what you're saying, but you're talking from the relationship perspective. When a man's looking for his wife or fiance, all those characteristics you listed, he's gonna look for it. Now, if you got those characteristics, weight and etc. can go off the. When you're looking for a wife or fiance, you start focusing less on physical and more on other things. But for the smash, you focus more on physical. And as you know, and I'm talking about from the smash perspective.
So you're just only talking about smashing right now.
Yeah, relationship.
That's what I'm
They still want a girl with a big booty.
Yeah. But even that though, like let's
in a small way.
But Nia said something that made sense though.
Yeah.
Nia said something that I had to write it down real quick. She said initially the attraction, right? And I'm also referring to the message that Miss Jennifer said. I feel you on that. How can we come together and fight this messed up government? You know what I'm saying? I feel you on that. That's on a deeper level. I dig you on that. But you know what I'm saying? As the topic of this conversation, when we're talking about just attraction, and this is a question I really wanted to ask Miss Nia and please tell me your name again on the left bottom. You. Yes, ma'am.
Nikki.
Nikki. Okay, Nikki. So what I want to ask is here, if we're talking about attraction, right? And you haven't met the guy before, never talked to him, but you see him from afar. If this guy, he looks like the hunchback of Notre Dame, right? Quasi. Looks like the hunchback of Notre Dame. And he come up and try to holler at you. He come respectful, he come right, you know what I'm saying? Come correct. Are you going to give the hunchback a chance?
Is it because he slumped over? Are we saying that's his deficiency? He slumped over like Quasi?
He looks like Quasi. He looks like Quasi. That's it. He looks like Quasi, but his swag is on 100.
I'm going to say this.
And be real. Don't sugarcoat it, please.
No, I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
I'm going to go along with the conversation to see what he's providing. And the only reason I say that is once upon a time I dated somebody my mom called a Mumford. What is a Mumford? I don't know. But he was hunchback. He was hunchback. He wasn't cute in the face. My parents were actually like, you're an attractive young lady. What are you doing? But in talking to him, I liked his conversation. So I was like, let's be friends. I'm not going to run into, I'm going to date you. Let me figure out who you are as a person. One of the greatest people I ever dated.
That you ever dated? That sounds like past tense.
Yeah, I moved on because he didn't want to excel academically and financially. If somebody call you and you say you want $12,000 for a job, I gotta go.
So everything that you were attracted to him outside of the attraction physically, right? You said that you liked that, right? And so as it progressed, you were trying to say that he wasn't what I thought he was mentally, right? So if he was what you thought he was mentally, if all that was right, you'd be cool. You'd be cool.
Yeah. If he would have wanted to make the certain amount of money that we needed to sustain a certain lifestyle, if he wanted to go to school and get his education and grow beyond of how he was living, we probably could have made something work. Because after I got past, okay, you're not the cutest thing, we had fun. He appreciated me. I appreciated him. We looked out for each other. Okay. The foundation of the relationship was the friendship.
So you're basically saying that it don't matter what a dude look like, he can come up and talk to you. You're going to give him a chance if his head right.
I'm going to entertain the conversation. As long as your breath don't stink, you don't look dirty, you don't sound ignorant, I'm going to have a conversation to figure out what's in your head. Well, when I was single, I'm going to have a conversation with you and feel you out. And then based off of that, we can develop a friendship because I'm not trying to smash and I'm not trying to run into anything with anybody. If I can't be your friend, I can't be your woman.
So if we were just talking about smashing, would you?
Right.
I don't just smash. I'm not that girl.
No. We can't. That's not fair. Can't say that.
It is fair. If my morals and my standpoint say I don't just smash.
Yes, ma'am. I know.
Then I don't just smash.
Yeah, but that's not fair for this question. If like to be honest with you.
For this question, would I just smash him? No.
Okay. There you go.
The simple fact that because he looked like Mumford, that he had to like show extra qualities before she went with him, that kind of proves my point. He looked like Mumford, so he had to show other stuff before he got a chance. And that's all I said about bigger women. If you're a bigger woman, you got to show more stuff before I fuss with you in a relationship than the attractive girl. So just like Mumford had to show,
Pretty.
just like Mumford had to show more other qualities to get with her, Big Shirley got to show more other qualities to get with me. So what she practiced with Mumford is the exact same thing that I practiced and the exact same thing that I said. When you're less of what I like physically, you got to show me more of other attributes. And that's just the way of the world.
You just proved the point.
Y'all agree? Y'all agree
So
with that?
let me answer. Let me give my answer.
Go ahead.
Well, for me, that face card got to win. The face card got to win. If I can't, because I'm gonna eventually have to look at you from the face, look at you at some point in time while we having sex, just on the smashing level. We're gonna keep it on that level. You said just smashing. I'm eventually have to look at you, not the whole time. You can be somewhere back here.
You can't
I'm
fuck
gonna
more.
look at you eventually.
You can't fuck
The
more.
face card ain't winning. Your body doesn't matter.
That's how you
Don't
come.
matter, because I married a big man. That was my fat boy. I love that fat boy. And I've also had an athletic man. I've had a short man. I've had a tall man. I've had an average height man. I've dealt with men of all the. None of my exes look the same. Like he said, I fuck with people who fuck with me. And that personality type, that I don't care what it comes in, but you got to come correct. And that face card got to come right along with it. You have to like my face, and I got to like yours. And if I don't like yours, then no, you can't smash. Period.
You fuck with that ugly shit.
No, but let's
But the thing is, your body picture don't matter. At least for me, that face card got to win. It's gonna win every time.
And we can take away that ugly thing too, because I'm gonna keep it real quick, real talk, because just to lighten a little bit, like we can take away the ugly and the pretty, right? Those terminologies, right? Mm-hmm. It's true. I do understand. People have levels of, it's like, she may be attracted to me, but to my homeboy, like, she all right. You always hear that, right?
My ugly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Ugly is in the eyes of the beholder too.
Some people just ugly.
Well, no, true. But no. Hold on, Joe. You're right. But let's just keep it real. You've seen two ugly people together, right?
Yeah.
In their eyes, they're beautiful to each other.
Right.
That shit don't be reality, though.
It's not reality to the people who may look better in their eyes. It's all a perception at the end of the day. So, I mean, it is in the eyes of the beholder, because sometimes you'll be looking at people and be like, how did that happen? I mean, I know it's none of our business, but within themselves, they're like, yo, just like my homeboy, he didn't want to mess with somebody when I thought in college, this girl, this like, man, she bad. And he's like, nah, man, she too small for me. And I need one of them big women. You know what I'm saying? That's what he'll say. I'm like, I feel you, bro.
So Royce and Joe, let me ask y'all two a question. This is a scenario. When you met your girl, she was 5'7", 150, 5'7", 150, 5'6", 150. So that's pretty decent size. Y'all had 2 kids, 3 kids over a period of time. She might have gained about 30 pounds or whatever. Now she pushing, 180, maybe 190, maybe even 195.
Oh shit, NFL tight end.
She an NFL tight end.
Like literally,
so the woman that she is at 38 isn't the same woman that she was at 25 when you met her. Like, how is this going to play a role in a relationship? We gonna stick around and try to work it out, but what if she don't work it out? What if that situation stay the same? Are you losing attraction? Are you gonna figure it out? Are you gonna love her for who she is, or you saying, hey, you gotta fix this, or I'm gone?
That's a good question, and I'm gonna be short because I want to hear my man speak too. Because I believe that communication does rule the nation. What the mistake that I've made in a lot of relationships is that if something was bothering me that wasn't quite attracting me, or something that I didn't like mentally or physical, I kept my mouth closed and I became internally frustrated at what she was not aware of. Right? I think it's only right to communicate with the lady about what's not attracting you anymore, and that's just being real. And then at that point, the ball is in her court. If she loves you that much to continue to be attracted to you or be attractive for you, I mean, that's real love right there. If she's willing to do something like that, because a man, most of the time, I'm gonna keep it real. Like the man ain't really, most of the time he ain't really gonna try to slip. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you, he's really not going to try to. Now I'm saying there's some men that are already there like with that, but they're going to get a woman that's already like that, like them, so they don't have to motivate themselves to do anything. But I think it's best to communicate with that woman, and if she doesn't say, I don't want to do it, I like the way that I am, you're going to have to love it. Well, then you're going to be honest and say, well, physically, I'm not attracted to you then right now anymore. I need you to get up on it. Like, you know, this is healthy too. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm being real, forget all that healthy stuff. I want to see my woman, my wife looking good when she walk up in that room. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. This is what it is. I mean, you still fall in love with her mental and her mind and all that. That's cool. I mean, I feel you. That's cool. But when we bumping and grinding, you know what I mean? That's visual. That's visual. And you thinking about how much you love the person, but that ain't what keeping you hard.
Joe, what you got to say?
Well, first of all, I want to say, if she 5'7" and 160, it depends on when you met her, because that's already a problem. Because if you 5'7" and 160 at a certain age, that's a red flag. I was taught by my old heads back in the day, if you meet a woman, like let's say you met her at 21, she 5'7" and 160, she ain't even got her grown woman weight yet. So if you like get serious with her by the time y'all 30 something, any woman you meet, depending on when you meet her, especially if you have kids, she don't gain 30, 40 pounds. So if you already want 160, 170, you don't have 30 to gain. They're gonna put you at close to 200. Being 5'6" 200 pounds, and women, their weight dispersed differently from men. And the average woman body is already 30-some% body fat. I was in the military, and I was the master fitness trainer. And we used to have to take women in their measurements and stuff. And body fat, the muscle to fat ratio in male and females are very different. So a woman that's 180, 190, she's gonna be like 38, 40% body fat. So you already like started with a woman that's 5'7", 170. It's already risky business, especially if she's like 21 when you met her and y'all met, because she's gonna get a grown woman weight. So I always told people, I told my younger soldiers, if you're gonna marry a woman and you're young, she young, get her at 110, 120, 130 at the most, because she's going to gain 30 pounds.
That don't even sound healthy.
If she's 5'2",
okay, I had to hear the height. I'm like, because that does not sound. That sounds like anorexic.
So it's all based on height. Like if you 5'7", you can get them at 150, 140, 150, because they're gonna gain 30-something pounds. And as far as what else you said, like if I meet you at 120, we already got like a point of no return. That's something that's discussed. Like I understand you're gonna gain weight because that's natural as you age, but the whole time I'm gonna be trying to work with you and motivate you. But at the same time, I would have in my mind, or we would discuss a point of weight to where it becomes a problem. Like if you 120 when I meet you, you get to 130, we good. We get to 140, we good. I might suggest go hiking with me sometimes. You get to 150, we still good, but I'm still trying to motivate you. But you went from 130 to 160, 170, now we got a problem. Now I got to get stern with you about it, yo, you kind of getting out of hand here. You kind of getting out of hand, what's going on? You know, I love you and stuff, but I want the person I married. You gain 80 pounds on me, you ain't the same person no more. I married 130, you 190. That ain't the same person. This a whole nother person now. You ain't that person. You don't look like this person no more. And like you said, sex is very visual, and it's physical because I'm touching and I'm caressing you. So
talk about the physical hardships real quick. I feel like you're about to go there. You know what I'm saying? And he said he likes little girls.
But the older I get too as a man, my libido go down. My libido naturally go down. So the older I get, I ain't getting hard like I used to. So if you falling off and then I'm falling off, our whole sex life's gonna fall off.
Get some ashwagandha, you'll be fine.
See what I'm saying?
Say it one more time.
We ain't got to do all that.
Fix your whole life.
We don't need no substitution. We can do something ourselves. And I was going to add to that, to his the physical thing.
We got like 10 minutes left, y'all.
Just on the physical part, you know what I'm saying? As we both continue to grow, let's just say we both just say forget it, and we just going to start gaining weight. Okay. Well, when it comes to sex, it's going to be kind of hard to perform. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep that real, because I have been with big women that were 3 times as big as me. You feel what I'm saying? on a smashing tip, and it was very difficult. It was very difficult. My forearms, my biceps were hurting because they couldn't do any other position.
What position did you speak of?
Let me let the ladies stand to respond.
Because there's some big girls that's flexible. So what position you talking about they gonna do?
I'm not flex. I'm talking about holding the legs,
Who can
holding
hold their legs?
the body weight. It can be
Put some
difficult to a
pillows
man that's not
underneath
as
to elevate her,
See
so
what
you
I'm
don't
saying?
have to hold as much.
So we got to compensate for you, but you can't compensate for us.
Who said nobody was compensating for y'all? I mean,
You just
if
said
you
put some
ain't got
pillows
the
up under the
equipment, I
leg. If you can't
compensate
hold
for that.
if you can't hold my
I mean,
legs that are
no.
so heavy, then you're gonna have to put some pillows on it because I ain't gonna change nothing about me. You gonna have to deal with it. Put some pillows up under me.
You said smashing tip though, and so that's where
Smashing comes with convenience too. You want it to be comfortable. I'm not deadlifting when I'm having sex. I'm not doing it.
That person to smash then. That's your problem.
That's true, but yeah, hey,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
that's
true.
you.
That's true too. But it's gonna mess with her self-esteem. That ain't nobody messing with it. In.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody could hold her legs. It just wasn't you.
Somebody bigger than me.
Right, but that wasn't your problem when she took her clothes off and it was too much for you.
It was, and that's the point. That's the point.
I made a mistake. You cute in the face, but them legs is too much for me right now. Too much.
They are. You gotta let them know.
All right, so look. Let me intervene. So, ladies, I'm gonna ask y'all the same question. Let's say you met your man. He was tall, handsome, dark, and chocolate like myself when you met him.
Her chocolate.
And then he gained, 20, like Joe and Royce said, he gained some weight over a period of time. So the person he was at 25, when he was 6'3", 210, 220, just pretty toned, and now he's, maybe 290. 300 because he kind of gained weight over a period of time. How is that going to affect y'all relationship? Are y'all going to work through it? What if he's not willing to change it? Could that be a deal breaker for y'all?
I guess for me, it ain't. We can work with it. If he wants to change himself, he can change himself. We can speak on it, but I have always been an advocate for change for you. Don't do it for me. I just reap the benefits for what you're doing for yourself, because then you're not going to want to do it. Because if you're doing it for anybody else besides yourself, then what's the damn point? You're going to be mad at me. No, want to do it for yourself. So if you want to change. I can accept you for you, as long as you accept me for me. It's for me, it's all about acceptance. But like he said, we will communicate it. If he was that, but you have to, for a guy, you do have to put height into that accountability. If he's 300 pounds and he's 5'7", then baby, he might barely be walking. Okay, because on a guy, it hit different. It's built real different. But like I said, a guy who's 5'10" and a guy who's 6'6", and both of them are 260 pounds, it look completely different. They feel completely different with that weight in their own selves. Why? Because I know both of those guys who are those various heights, and yes, I fuck with both of them. So I'm just saying, for me, for the woman may be more flexible. We get that men are visual creatures. I get that y'all are visual. Y'all need to like what y'all see. I just need to like what I feel.
I got you. Nia, what you say?
I say we could work through it, because at the core of who you are, at this point, we're not talking about smashing. We're talking about we're together. We're with each other. I don't want to see my life without the person I chose to be with. So we're going to have to work through your weight issues, my weight issues. If that means I got to cook something different, if that means I got to pull us up to the gym or grab you out the bed or whatever to support you, because I chose to be with you and I made that choice intending to stay with you.
Okay. That's real. Jamie, what you say?
I just agree with Nia. It's just like that. We're together and I'm not going to leave you because you got fat, but we're going to have to work through it. I mean, is it a dad belly though? You don't have like, there's that one belly that comes and then he kind of rested on you. You know what I'm saying?
You can't get titties bigger than mine in the process. You can get a belly. That's fine. You just can't get no titties.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. I just, how far are we going with this situation? Because then it's kind of like,
I mean, it's possible. It could be the dad belly. You see a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? Like former football players, they muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Miss Walker.
Women and men got different attraction triggers overall. We have different attraction triggers. Women more attracted by how the man treats her and loves up on her and how he provides for her and things of that nature. That get them juicy. We primitive. Ours just a little more basic. You got some women that care. Pretty much men care more about physique than women. That's why we don't see eye to eye on this.
Right, because y'all are savage and you're predators.
I wouldn't say predators. That sound like R. Kelly shit.
Right.
Exactly. I like it.
Exactly.
You go, ooh, look, I can hit that.
Yes, he darn.
Yeah, no, we ain't no predators on here.
Predators.
Real quick, let me shout out the audience, man. Shout out to Stevie, Monica, Lania. That's Lania right there. You right there. Adara. What's up, man? Shout out to Black Male Clothing in the building, man. I'm on Facebook, so I don't know who I seen some people on YouTube. Shout out to all the chat, everybody in the chat, man. We getting ready to wrap this thing up, man. Very interesting conversation. Man. Before we wrap it up, though, I just want to say, if y'all have any last words regarding the topic, or just any general message, anything y'all want to leave the people with before we get up out of here.
I guess if we're still gonna start at the top and move down.
Yeah, we'll start.
Okay, so I'm gonna get mine out the way. First of all, shout out to the girl on YouTube. Her name is Glockanisha. Glockanashia.
I'm gonna go check. Let me see.
Is that a real name?
Don't play with her. Glockanashia. She got that Glock. I thought that was a nickname, but I think that's a real name.
Oh, Glockanisha. Shout out to Glockanisha, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch out for that one. All right. She got that pum pum. All right. So, just to close this on, because what I've been working on lately is not to just say a bunch of fillers and not have a closing or some type of a conclusion to it. And so I didn't really come in here to just honestly just disagree with everything. I really wanted to come with an open ear and an open mind and just hear these ladies' opinions and stuff and some of their experiences. And what I've just kind of concluded altogether, I mean, it is true. Sometimes we can pick and choose when we want to be subjective. And because sometimes we do speak things in generalization, when it comes to statistics, because everybody may not be that percentage. It's just whoever filled out that paper or the survey, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. I really do. It is about preference. I really do believe that. It is about preference. But I do believe that the attractiveness is in the eyes of that particular person. So when we do speak generally, I think that's influenced by media, by TV. But for me, it has been by experience. But I've also seen both sides of the fence where some dudes just like bigger women. I'm not here to judge about their insecurities on what they feel like that they can get. So they just feel like they're going to get something that they feel like it's easy. I don't know. But I will say that, yeah, everybody has their own preference. But I still believe at the end of the day, people want something that's on a physical note. People want something that's attracted to, like they're attracted to, something to look at, some eye candy. Every woman, no matter what size they are, love LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved him some LL Cool J. They didn't care if he was married or not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved him some Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but Prince was no homo, but Prince was a nice looking guy. He was, he could probably pull them both. You know what I'm saying? He could wear whatever. So, but we all know, that there are things generally we know that are not that attractive, just to be real on a general note, but it can be subjective. I understand. But at the end of the day, I think it's all about communication, because you can have the best attraction in the world from each other and y'all can both go down the slumps and looking like a hot mess. And at that point, you guys need to communicate with each other on what made you feel good the first time y'all met. And let's get back to that certain area. There are some men that have a preference of, hey, I like a woman this particular size. That's just what I like. That's just what it is. Boom, bam, boom. Cool. We're not talking about y'all. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, going back to what the lady said up earlier, yeah, I would like to see the topic of conversation switch one day to how can we become better as black men and black women, regardless of shape, regardless of size. If you're happy with it, you're happy with it at the end of the day. But let's not try to manipulate these younger generations to say, this is what you need to look like to be successful. This is how you need to act like to be successful. First, work within yourself as an individual. And once you love yourself, you're going to find somebody that's just like you. And that's my word.
Hey, man, while you at it, you might well lead the people with how they can reach you, man.
Oh, okay. So you can reach me at Royce's Rant. You can actually just Google it. Right now I'm having some Facebook troubles. Somebody hating, somebody doing something. I can't get in my account. So I'm really just up on the YouTube right now. You can Google that, Royce's Rant, ROYCESRANT. You can just Google that actually, and it'll pull up everything from the music, the film that we do. Our podcast has been going on for going on 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? We're heading to our 6th season starting at the end of this year. Just very excited about it. So that's where you can find it. My name is Royce Massengill, Royce's Rant Podcast on all platforms.
For sure. I appreciate you, man. Again, I do appreciate you. Random Joe, man, what's some last words you can leave us with, man? Other than refrigerator Perry.
That's a football player. But yeah,
William Perry from Chicago Bears, I know.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say that bigger women can get both the meat and they can get relationships. They really can. From somebody like me and a lot of guys, it's just like in any situation, just like how women do ugly dudes, broke dudes, or short dudes. You might have to show more of something else. Like there's not a bigger women can get the Michael B. Jordans. It's just that they would have to show more other qualities than the Megan Good. That's just the nature of the world. And that's how a lot of men see it. Some guys are like anti-no bigger women. I ain't never been one of those guys. Those guys I don't understand. Because I don't understand how you can say no because big women be having some good. And when it comes to relationship, I don't understand how you can say like no because there are other things more important when it comes to relationship than looks. But all I'm saying is that when you're bigger, in most cases, you just have to be better in other areas than someone that is more physically attracted to said man. And it goes both ways. It's the same way for us. Like I know that I would have to do more work and be more charming and be more funny than the 6'4" green eyes, muscle-bound dude with tattoos up his arms and neck. I know that I would have to show more character than him, but I accept that. But a lot of times women don't want to accept that they might have to show more character or more stuff or do more work and compete harder than the attractive girl. But I understand I got to compete harder than Chad and Tyrone, but a lot of women don't understand that they got to compete harder than Megan. And they get offended with guys be like, yo, I'll fuck with you, but you kind of bigger, so you're going to have to compete harder or you're going to have to show me more. You know?
Okay.
That's it for Opinion on the Average Bros podcast, YouTube. Check it out. The name is on my name. It's straightforward. I got a skit on there. It's really funny. I got 2 skits on there. Go check them out. They're pretty good.
For sure. Yeah, I'll make sure y'all check them out too, man. And like I said, y'all make sure y'all leave y'all link in the comment after the show over, so people can click on it and go directly to your platform. Nikki, what's some last words you can leave us, before we get up out of here?
Ladies, despite what we've heard this evening, baby, just feel good in your own skin. Love you first. Self-love first. It don't matter what anybody else say, self-love first. Love you first, and in the opinion that anybody else won't even matter. The energy that you put out is the energy that you'll get back. Period. That's my whole thing. What you give is what you get. Fuck the rest of the bullshit. It don't even matter. Let it fly. If it don't fly, let it motherfucking fly. Fuck it. That's what I got. If it don't apply, let it fly. Don't let it hit you. Don't let it penetrate you. If it don't apply, don't let it fly.
That's real. That's real. And plug the bullies, the rabbits, the roses, the oils.
Y'all can find me on IG at I am Nick Peters. I am Nik Peters Peters. Hit me up on my website right now today up until midnight tomorrow. Half off toys on my website. www.prbynickpeters.com will get you directly to my website, and the link is in my IG bio as well. But yeah, y'all just tap in with me. I'm all about self-love and sexual health with self and your partner. That is my thing.
That's real, man. I appreciate you coming on again, Nikki, man. For sure.
Love.
Yes, sir. Nia, what you got for us, man? Before you get up out of here, you seem to be in deep thought over there. Like you just got a lot of shit on your mind. Like you just call you tonight. The nerve of these niggas.
The audacity.
It is certainly some audacity. If anything, I agree with what everybody said. It definitely all boils down to preference. But I really want us to get rid of this rhetoric of plus size women having to compete, because a man is not a trophy or a prize that I'm going to compete with any woman for. If he's for me, then he's for me.
Everyone has to. Everyone has to compete.
I am not.
Let her take off. Let her take off, man. Let her land.
I am not competing with any woman for any man. If that man wants me, then we will come together and we will be. If not, then I will move on and he will move on. Because in my eyes, I'm the prize. I love me before I love anybody else. So we have to get rid of this rhetoric that plus size women or bigger women have to show up a certain way or have to compete or do certain things to be more attractive or to be more noticed, or a man of a socioeconomic status or educational background will not want us. Because that is a general statement. There are men of all sizes, shapes, colors, everything that will date a bigger woman. So when we talk about younger generations, which you brought up, Royce, and influencing, the more we put that out there, the more we put out a Eurocentric standard of beauty, the more we're further continuing this conversation and putting a negative connotation of being a bigger woman. We really need to be careful of the rhetoric we put out there and the biases, implicit or otherwise, that we put out there. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right. So, Joe, we're going to let Jamie respond. But before Jamie responds, Joe, I'm going to give you 20 seconds just to say what you had to say.
Everybody competes unless you meet someone who has no one in their life. If you meet a person that ain't got nobody had interest in them, then that person probably Quasimodo. Or even Quasimodo had a woman. You always going to compete. As soon as you meet somebody, you're competing for them from somebody else. They going to have somebody. So everyone competes in the dating game. It's all fair and love and war, and we all at competition in some kind of way. So everybody competes. You got to put your best foot forward and show your best and outbid the next motherfucker, because you are never someone's only option.
Everybody competes. We get it. For sure. For sure. Jamie, what you got for us, man, before we get up out of here?
I think everybody's hypocrites. I think that men are hypocrites because you like the girls with the BBLs and you like the little skinny chicks. You smash them. You use them and then you throw them away and you get you a big girl and you're happy and you get fed good. I think that everybody's hypocrites because y'all sit and you say what you don't like. It has to be eye candy, but you look at this woman and then you smash the big woman. And so I think that everybody needs to hold themselves accountable, just like you told us that we needed to, because Kevin said that. And I think that alpha and beta and all of that is all rhetoric, because at one point in life, you could be an alpha, and in the next minute with your woman that you love, you could be a beta in the same day. So all of that's BS too. And I just think everybody just needs to check themselves and come from a place of love, real love though, like real love, because that's service, right? And so serve yourself, serve others, and then just be happy and mind your business. And if you want to be 300 pounds, be that. And if you want to be 100 pounds, be that. But just leave me alone, you know what I'm saying? And let me do what I do and you do what you do. But stop being hypocrites, for real, because that's really what it is. You like these pictures over here and you want to say somebody's insecure about their weight, but you make them insecure about their weight because you like the skinny girls, but then you're in the big girls' DM.
And in her bed, because yourself, Joe, said she got some good. But I'm sorry, Jay.
Right up there, right here, right up there. He said it, but he was talking crazy in the beginning.
No,
Yeah,
he was. We gonna play it back.
I never said I didn't mess with them. That's the first thing I said. I just said if I do, they got to show more than someone that's not like that. Just like I got to show more than Chad that's 6 feet with green eyes. I accept it though.
Just a couple of problematic things you said, but you sticking true to what you said and ain't going back because of the response. So I respect you for that. But it's a couple of issues, like she can't say no, like the Megan Good could say no. It's her body. She could hell yeah say no.
Just say you like the whole stuff. That's it. That's all.
I'll wait for Megan if she say no, but I'm not waiting for Big Shirley if she say no.
Well, I will say that.
So look, before we go around that track again, we're gonna be here another 20 minutes doing that shit. I'm gonna say this, my opinion is, man, I can't prove, that most men these days like a more petite woman, because honestly, I done met and seen women with the hourglass body, fat ass, beautiful face, and all that, but their personality makes me sick to my stomach. And then at the same time, I done met the big Shirleys, you feel me, like that you referred to, but they carry themselves good, they smell good, they look good, they got a wonderful personality.
I know he's not shaking his head up there, right there, talking about, yeah, my nigga, I'm not in that's the big Shirley.
We talking about the good big Shirley. We talking about the good ones. I ain't never saying.
So what I'm saying is, like, I done came across all shapes and sizes, and found myself attracted to different people for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, kind of like what Nikki was saying, and kind of like what Lady was saying, as long as you're the best version of yourself, that alone is going to kind of manifest that attraction. You know what I mean? The physical, the visual is the start of it, but sometimes that the same thing that started you can be the same thing that finished you. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like at where I'm at now in my life, it's more so like, okay, you look good and you attractive, but what else can you bring? Because now I'm more like, I'm down there sapiosexual now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can have a stimulating conversation. I can get sexually attracted by something you said or did that's not even sexual at this point. But I'm not saying let yourself go down. So I get what y'all point to. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm on some pick me type shit. No, I agree with everything y'all said with that. Like, you got to keep yourself up. But I'm not putting as much emphasis on it as I might have had when I was younger. So that's my closing argument on that, man. On that note, we gonna get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate
it. Have fun. Thanks. I ain't trying to offend nobody. I don't try to be offensive.
Yeah. Nah, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Randall Joe. He's a good
These
guy,
girls
man.
down here got tough skin, man. That's them are real adults right here.
We know that
man.
any
Shout out
girls
to everybody on the panel, man. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Nia. Shout out to Nikki, Joe, and Royce, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel, man. Y'all make sure y'all visit the website, cybmpodcast.com, for merch, the latest news, the latest episodes. Once again, we're going to try to upload, be more consistent with putting out episodes, man. And before we get up out of here, y'all, do y'all want to mention anything else? Anything y'all left out? Anything y'all want to plug?
I got a question for you two guys real quick.
Okay.
Am I the only one that sometimes be kind of like wanting the big Shirley?
Stop that.
You know what?
Just quit at this point, because you didn't. You're about to turn into a hypocrite.
If you want that big booty girl,
sexually sometimes, because it's different. Because you want to switch it up sometimes.
So she good enough to fuck, but she not good enough to be with.
Yeah, I don't think I could. Yeah, on a sexual tip, nah. When I did it, I was taking one for the team.
I said she got to show more than an attractive girl. I never said she wasn't good enough to be with.
I'm gonna shut up because we will be here another 20 minutes. Taking one.
It's a low bar. It's a low bar to get dick. Relationship up here, dick down here. It's a very low bar to get dick from man. So saying that she's good enough to fuck but not be with, that ain't nothing to man. It's a low bar to get dick from us. You just gotta have a functioning vagina.
Listen to what he's saying.
Just listen. One, not the quasi vagina. I don't want to insult the community.
Men were very easy. If I were to say anything, really, just at the end of the day, like to that message way at the top there.
We're gonna end. This gonna be the last one, y'all.
Yeah, that's right here at the end of the day. Hey, black people, we got a lot furthermore important and interesting and life-saving topics that we can discuss outside of this. I really would like to see this conversation amongst the masses of black people to kind of just let it go, because it is. Nia and them, y'all are right. It is a preference. Because so when you start asking, you're going to get individual opinions, which is going to make the generality mad. I think we need to all look together as how can we love each other? How can we be financially stable as black people? How can we fix the core black family at the end of the day, our mentality? Because when you change the mentality, the physical is going to follow. And it ain't even got to be explained at the end of the day. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, let's leave on that note while we're ahead,
Yeah.
fellas. Let's leave. Let's step.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Let's end on
Go
that
ahead.
note, man. Can You Blame Me podcast?
I'm out.
It's not just a podcast, it's a brand, y'all. We gone, man. See y'all next time, y'all.